Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1972 Olivetti Lettera 31 vintage ultra portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Spain, and these were also made in Italy. And this is the streamlined version of the Olivetti Lettera 32, which is one of the most iconic typewriters of all time. Different shell. This has a hard plastic shell, off-white. It doesn't have a tab function, a touch control, or a paper support arm. So it's a streamlined version, so less things to go wrong with the same top performance of the Olivetti Lettera. Up top is this is the margin, the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 75. And this is the paper bail that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single. But if you want double, just flip that switch down 1 notch. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. Switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. This is the lightest touch you can get, basically. Feels almost like typing on a computer. Very modern feel to it, and it's been that way since Olivetti Lettera 22 came out. Print looks beautiful. That's another thing. This smooth, light, precise is what Olivetti Letteras are known for. Top of the line typewriters. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip it forward and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. Going to flip the color back to black. So when the Olivetti Lettera 22 first came out, it won awards for the best technology of the last 100 years. So this is just a marvel of engineering, and it still carries on to this later model of the 70s. Those first 22s came out in the 50s. So about 20 years, he's dominated the market. Very high quality typewriter. Okay. Shift on each side, the shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. This button is not supposed to be a 1 key. That's your margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release. It does allow you to get past that block and type all the way to the end. The 1 key traditionally on typewriters is the lowercase l, and the exclamation point is a shift 8, which is the apostrophe, and then you backspace it with a period, and that's your exclamation point on most typewriters. The newer typewriters, some of them will have the 1 key, but this one just left it out, completely traditional keyboard. Backspace on the right side, very smooth. Everything is light and smooth on this. So if you're a light typer like I am, basically with used to computers, this is what you want. You can just barely hit the keys and they'll print. But if you want something with a little bit heavier resistance, you probably want to go with an Olympia. Those are meant to be a little bit more tougher and durable and heavier. Up top, and this is ultra portable, so this is about as small as you can get. There is smaller typewriters, but it's as small as you can get with this type of performance. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so it's pulling to the right. If you want to switch that direction behind the spool that you want it to go, or either spool, there's a little mechanism that you can shift. And if you shift it away from the middle, it will pull to the opposite side. Shift it towards the middle on the side that you want it to go to, it'll pull to that side. So we do want it to go to the right. And that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end, which is a little metal piece. It'll catch that, and it'll shift it to that side. And over, it'll shift automatically until the ribbon goes dry. Some of the 22s and the 32s will have the touch control on the inside here or right here. So you just want to look out for that. This does not have a touch control on it, though, on the 31 streamlined version. Carriage release on the right side only. Super smooth. This is your carriage lock. For me, it causes more problems than it solves, but they're on all the typewriters, so you got to have them when you have it in the case. It protects the internal components. Flip it up to unlock it. There we go. But when I'm working on these, I accidentally trip that all the time, and then I'm typing and it just stops in the middle. So gets annoying. I would remove it if I was typing on these daily, but a lot of people probably use it when they're carrying their in their cases. So this is your line space selector. If you move it all the way back, there's a 0 there. It will disable the spacing when you turn the knob so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it forward to the 1, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. And this you never want to break these. This is made out of cast aluminum. I think it's impossible to replace those. I've tried to replace them before and I couldn't figure it out. So you got to protect that by flipping it back when you put it in the case. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.